It's time for the Carabao Cup quarter-final.
Here's Dele Alli, here's Lucas Moura, oh they've done it! I cannot believe it! Lucas Moura with the last kick of the game! The Ajax players collapse to the ground! Tottenham Hotspur are heading to the Champions League final!
Before we go into the Carabao Cup quarter-final though, oh my god, we have been on the worst run of results that you could possibly imagine. Good job I showed the Leicester game, not the City game. We got absolutely pumped by Man City 3-0, and the way we were beaten, just narrow formation, no. We then lost 1-0 to Norwich. We beat Apoel 3-0, lost 2-0 to Bournemouth, beat Lokomotiv 3-0, and then drew 1-1 with Brentford, and our equaliser was in the 93rd minute. And we conceded a 92nd minute equaliser against Brighton away from home. It's not looking good. The Carabao Cup quarter-final, and you're not going to like who we're going to get in the semi-final if we go through either. We're going to play that. We're going to play Chelsea, and we're going to play Wrexham because I need to start showing games where we actually fucking win. And then the next games we'll be showing will be the Conference League round of 16. So we've got Arsenal if we go through, and we've got the winner of Chelsea or Man United. Potentially, if we beat Chelsea in the next game, we could have beaten both of those teams. Are we going to beat Arsenal? I don't know. Look at our form, man. It's just tragic. We're through in the Conference League. If I'm honest, the only team I worry about is Roma. It's the only team I worry about. We can beat everybody else, which at this point in time might be our only fucking hope of Europe next year. I switched to a back three about 4 or 5 games ago, and the defensive side of it basically hit the ground running. I've tried having a player in the pocket behind the strikers, hasn't really been involved, so I've dropped Kone back to an anchor just to kind of solidify the defence, and then trying to get the fullbacks involved more. We're just in a poor run. I just don't want to get sacked from Spurs, man. I don't want to manage another club in England. I want to manage Spurs. I want to win the league with Spurs. We just might be here a couple of years to do it. I think once I find my footing and I know how I'm going to play outside of the way I was playing before, I think I'll be fine. It's just the problem is, right, so I'll build a tactic. It'll either do well or it won't. Sounds kind of Michael Owen level comment, but you know what I mean. If it does well, I'll stick with it until I physically cannot get it to work anymore. And then I find myself changing and chasing results after that. And the problem is, because we're stuck in mid-table at the moment, I know that it's only a matter of time. The supporters are on side at the moment. They're happy with how many goals we're scoring. And that's fine. I just can't seem to get our defence to have any sort of coherency whatsoever. That's why I changed to the back three, just to try and see if packing out the defence would help. I'll be honest, it hasn't. I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. The game's winding me up. I've been playing for hours now. So this will be the last episode I probably record before I take a break for a while. But it's just, that's the day I'm recording it. You guys will see them all interlinked. Come on, Son. You guys will see them. They'll all be recorded within a short space of each other. Like, I'm recording this now. And you probably won't see this episode for about 3 weeks. So, it's just what makes it worse as well. We're going through in the Carabao Cup potentially in a competition we don't need to win. It's completely irrelevant to us. For me, if I'm not gonna make Europe this year, my focus has to be the Conference League. Right? It has to be. It ticks off one European trophy. It means that my time at Spurs isn't wasted. And it gives us a route into Europa League for next year. I then go and win the Europa League, get into Champions League, all the while building up my squad in the league. I can win 2 of the 3 European trophies I need, and if I can pick up an FA Cup as well, then I'll sit there and say, okay, you know what? Like, right, if I had to come back to win the Premier League with another English club, it's not the end of the world. Go out, find your trade somewhere else, or develop an alternative system somewhere else, and then come back to England and win the league. And I don't want to do that. I want to win it all with Spurs, but it depends on, obviously, if I start getting put under the firing block. But I'm putting more emphasis on the wing-backs in this back three. And I'm hoping that that's going to have a big impact. We're playing high and we're playing wide. And that's 2-0! Come on! I can't tell you how nice it feels to be fucking in the lead in a game. Kane with a goal and an assist. I'm really struggling to get the best out of Harry Kane, to be honest with you. Davinson Sanchez, former Spurs player's error leads to the goal. Let's hope we can find some footing. I definitely like that anchor, that extra man in midfield, in front of the centre-backs in defence. Allows me the confidence to let my full-backs just bomb forward effectively. And I love McAllister and Enzo Fernandez in that midfield. What a ball from Harry Kane. Heung-min Son's in! And it's 3-0. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in to the Carabao Cup semi-final. About the only good thing that's happened so far since a side for Spurs. If we do stick with this system, which it's looking more and more likely based on... Against Brighton, we were good, not great. But I noticed we were caught defensively. That's why I moved Kone into that anchor role. And in this game against Palace, Palace don't seem to really be getting a look in at all. So I might be inclined, if there is interest, to move Jadon Sancho on in January and bring in a natural pacey striker. Could we go for Osman? Could we weaken Napoli? Not Napoli, Roma, sorry. Could we weaken a club that we could face in the Conference League? Would that make logical sense? Maybe, I don't know. It depends what his valuation is going to be. Palace have had chances. This is what stresses me out. I know we're 3-0 up, right? And I know no matter what you do, you're never going to limit every single team to no shots, none on target, no goals scored. But I guess that's what I've been trying to create. And I think the perfectionist in me is having that as a hindrance, I guess. So we're going to go with the same lineup then that we played against Palace. Rico Henry is the only change because Destiny is suspended. Other than that, a chance to really springboard ourselves and get 3 points against Chelsea at home. You know, they're high and flying. I mean, they're 10 points ahead of us. So 3 points for us would be massive. And Dika with a well-winding pass to Chilwell. Nowhere near where it needs to be. Mount. Sterling. Goal. I just can't, man. I just can't. I am at my wit's end with this squad. No matter what we do, we just cannot seem to fucking defend. I could put 4 players across the line. It's been disallowed, thank fuck for that. I could have put 4 players across my goal and I still wouldn't keep the ball out the back of the net. I don't understand why my defence just can't seem to operate in any sort of consistent way at all. It's really frustrating. Not great at all. It's not great at all. 0-0. Not happy with the players' performances, but hopefully we can do something in this second half. Forward ball. Harry Kane. Come on, Son's there. Harry Kane. Heung-min Son, please. Oh, Mendy saved it. Oh my God, man. Do you know what I'd say a point is evens. A point is a fair thing in this game, to be honest. I feel like we both deserve a point. I've not been at my best. Chelsea have been far from their best. And considering the position difference between the two teams, Martinez just hoofs it out for the sake of it. Man City are 5-0 up against Arsenal. Fucking hell. Chilwell into Mount, into Chalobah. Ball over the top. Romero out wide to Porro. Come on. There's still time. Pedro Porro. And that's it. 0-0. Do you know what? I'll take that. We didn't play badly. I felt like we had chances to win the game. Arsenal and Carabao Cup up next. They've just come off the back of a 5-0 win. So, you know, a 5-0 loss, sorry. Transfer window's open. I don't know what deals I'm going to do. I'm going to play the Arsenal game and then that'll be the end of the episode. Here we go then. The only change from that goalless draw against Chelsea. Destiny comes back in to replace Rico Henry after his suspension. We've got to win the home leg. We've got to win the home leg. Otherwise, we don't stand a chance of the away leg at the Emirates. But we'll see. We'll see. Arsenal with another highlight again. I feel like it's been pretty even so far. Arsenal might have had more highlights, but I feel like we've defended well as of now. Romero's been let slip in and it's Martinelli in. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. How can you be a World Cup winning centre-back and let that ball go right past you without making any attempt whatsoever to get the ball? Look at this. This is schoolboy defending. Schoolboy defending. Look, right? Romero's there. He's turned his back on him, turned his back on him again, and it's in and we've conceded. And Martinez was piss poor with that attempt of a save as well. I'm going to have to take Destiny out for Rico Henry because he's knackered already. Come on, boys. Pedro Porro. Man, you're one of the quickest players. How are you losing the ball there? I know, he's just two-footed him. Is he gone again? Is he gone again? I'm done with him. I'm done with him. He's being sold. I'm done with him. How many fucking times has he fucking two-footed someone? Look at this. Look at this. Valued at 197 to 215 million pounds. 26 years old. How can he do that? How can he just throw himself into someone? And now, as if we weren't behind enough already. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'll leave Son as a wing back. If we weren't behind enough as it already, we're now down to 10 men. And I shouldn't care, right? Because it's a trophy that doesn't matter. But it's the principle of the fact that these players are shit. We spent so much fucking money on Pedro Porro. It's unreal. And he's done that on so many fucking occasions this season. So many occasions this season. He's just lunged into a tackle stupidly. All right, yeah, Arsenal have generated a little bit more XG than us. But other than that, the game's been pretty much even. McAllister, ball in. Is that a penalty? Come on, please. Please, man. Send us into the second leg with a fucking tiny amount of hope. Yes, come on. Please, Kane. Please, 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 please. Harry, you've given me many childhood dreams. At least give these Spurs fans a chance. Yes! Come on. Right, I'm taking him off and bringing on Richarlison. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to do about Pedro Porro because he's really getting on my nerves. And if the right offer becomes available, I feel like I'd be stupid to take it. Not to take it. I'm going to take Son off for Gusto as well, actually. I don't know why I left Son. Do you know what? I left Son at win back in a passive-aggressive way. He's miles offside. Miles offside. I left Son at wing back in a passive-aggressive way to say we'd thrown the game. And actually, Kane's gone and equalised anyway. I don't even know why you're considering this, mate. He's ahead of the defender in a cross-field ball. He's so far offside. It's unbelievable. What? You are taking the absolute piss. Who's that? Who is that at that back post? Can I... Either way, I thought he was offside, and I can't tell who that was, but whoever that was. Do you know what, right? Arsenal are top of the league and high flying. That's not a bad performance. Pedro Porro getting sent off ultimately is probably what's cost us the game, which is frustrating, really frustrating. I'm actually going to fine him 2 weeks' wages. I will call it there for this episode then. Pedro Porro, I'm going to see if there's going to be any interest because you can have all these stats in the world, but you just can't keep getting banned all the time. Like if I go into his seasonal stats, right? Red cards. He's had 3 red cards this season. To be fair, that's not even that bad, but I don't know. I'm going to go with this tactic being the one that we try and build for. So my decisions in January, if I make any, will be based on that. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Let me know if you're enjoying the Tottenham downfall, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.